Record. Okay, we're live. How's everybody doing out there? Everybody give me a wave if you can hear and see me okay. Beautiful. What a beautiful bunch of people here tonight. So tonight we're going to do a presentation for all of you. We have guests on the screen. We couldn't send this to Facebook Live, so we'll record this and we will upload this to YouTube when we're done. But tonight we're going to talk about Üforia. I'm wearing my new Üforia t-shirt. Ask me about you. So glad you asked. Maybe that's another t-shirt. Maybe I should wear Ask Me About You, and you should be so glad you asked. Anyway. But my name is Michael Zappia. I'm here with Craig Goldberg, and we're going to do tonight's presentation. We have some special guests to introduce to you tonight. Calvenn and Christina Starre are with us to be introduced, and so is Erin Giguere. And I don't know if Lindsay is with us, but if Lindsay pops up, we'll have Lindsay say hello as well. And our featured special guest tonight is going to be Alexis Burgher. And tonight's presentation is going to include the whole thing. Craig's going to talk to you all about the science, what Üforia is, who we are, what the product is, and who the company is. And then I'm going to tell you about what's in it for you if you choose to do this as a business or as a customer. I'm going to break down on that whiteboard right there the full compensation plan. And I'm going to show you how a 24-year-old girl who just joined our team, Alexis, how long ago, when was your start date? Do we have an official start date, Calvenn? Do we know exactly when you all joined our team here? Can you hear us, Alexis?
Yeah, I think today's my 7th day. Quote me if I'm wrong.
7 days, okay. So we're gonna tell you all who are watching this presentation how a 24-year-old woman, young lady, who just was introduced to this business just 7 days ago, how she's literally about 48 hours away from hitting every single one of our 60-day bonuses. It's supposed to take, well, not supposed to, it's supposed to go as long as you want it to, but we stretch out a 60-day power bonus compensation plan, and it's usually built for someone to do it in 14, 30, and 60-day increments. But Alexis is very impatient. She didn't want to wait the full 60 days. She just figured, I'm going to get this out of the way real quick. I'm going to rack up $2,900 in bonuses in around 7 to 10 days. And I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like in our comp plan so you can see it for yourself. And Alexis is the proud recipient of smashing the power bonuses that were just installed on May 1st in literally less than 2 weeks. And I'm going to say it's going to take her 7 to 10 days. I believe by the event here on Friday night, she's going to be an influencer. So those of you who are new, we're going to jump into a presentation here. I'm going to introduce our first presenter. His name is Craig Goldberg. He is absolutely a guru when it comes to nutrition, healthy lifestyle, organic eating. Him and his wife, Ipek, a beautiful married couple here in Las Vegas, Nevada. They set out years ago to go on a journey of health and wellness to help his wife, who was sick, not be sick anymore. And they've discovered that the things that they were putting in their body, the air they were breathing, and the water they were drinking was not good enough for them. And they discovered a whole bunch about health, wellness, nutrition, and he's just a wealth of knowledge. He's also one of the top leaders here on this team called Team U with Üforia. So guys, I'm going to turn it over to Craig Goldberg. Craig, take it away.
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. And hello, everybody. I am super excited to share with you.
Where'd you go?
Who is that?
We get to put the spotlight on you.
There we go. I'm super excited to share with you guys a product that has really taken over a lot of my focus. Sharing, training, teaching, showing people what this product is all about has just taken everything over. And right now, it's not just taken everything over for me, but for so many of the faces and the people that you see on this screen. This company is growing with leaps and bounds. And I'm going to kind of take it back and I'm going to share with you when I found out about it, which was 4 days after Michael found out about it and really 3 full months before our launch in January. And I was sitting with Hallie. Many of you know Hallie Gillen. Many of you know Michael Zappia, the gentleman that was just sitting in this seat. The night that I met him was the day before he went to meet Ron Williams, our CEO and the CEO of Üforia. And Michael and I talked about nutrition for about 4 hours. At the end of the night, he says, tomorrow morning, I'm going to meet with the CEO of a DNA-based nutritional company. What would you want to ask him if you had a few questions to ask? And I put together 7 questions that had to do with sourcing, ingredients, quality, sustainability, DNA, if anybody else in the marketplace was doing it, and who the competitors are in this space. And needless to say, the answers that I got back, the videos that I have seen, I was floored. And I got to tell you, I kind of sat back and I watched. I sat back and I watched while Michael and Hallie hit the ground running, while so many other leaders have now emerged and hit the ground running. And because I know a little bit more about sourcing and about these products, I kind of almost crossed my arms and just said, yeah, let's see you guys do what you said you were going to do. And I'm here to tell you that this company has done everything that they said they were going to do. And they continue to. Ron Williams, Terry LaCour, the rest of the team that builds the logistics and focuses on the back end of this company is best in breed, no doubt. And they are really making it unbelievably easy for us to share, for us to build, for us to grow, and for this company to really start to spread its wings. And they've done this in a very smart way. And what I'm going to share with you might sound too good to be true. If you're anything like me, I looked at this and went, nah, this is too good to be true. The reality is everything that I'm going to share with you is happening. Everything I'm going to share with you is real. And in fact, I'm going to show you my report. I'm going to show you my DNA Wellness Action Report. And I'm going to show you my nutrition, the product and the supplement that I've personally been taking for the last 120 days. And I've been taking it with fantastic results. And you're going to hear from a few people today that have been using this product for quite some time that have had their own amazing results with this product. And we continue over and over and over again to hear ripples through our communities about absolutely amazing results that are happening with this particular product. So first of all, what is it? The name of the company is Üforia, spelled with a U with 2 dots over it. And you're going to hear a series of terms that I use that all are built around the branding and the marketing of Üforia. It's not just a state of mind. It also happens to be a product. And it is the first and only DNA-based supplement to go from a cheek swab all the way through to a finished product. And that finished product looks a little something like this. It's called Utrition. It's got this fancy little U on top. And most importantly, it's got my name on it, Craig Goldberg. And you can see a manufacture date, or what Bud Light would call the born on date. And this was my May Utrition. I now have my June Utrition. And this was born on the 1st of May. And I'll tell you, this was in my hand by the 3rd. So this company is making a fresh nutritional supplement that is based on your DNA. So how's that work? Well, it starts with a kit. This is your pre-trition kit, which includes your swabs. And I'm going to show you what's inside here. I'm going to mute those lines for some background noise here. And all right, I've got some help here and some support. So what comes in this kit? Well, you're going to see a few things that come in this kit. First, some easy to follow instructions and welcoming you. Then you're going to see a little coupon here for your lab work, which we'll talk about in a moment. An anonymized, this is very important, an anonymized kit for you to mail in, and an envelope for you to mail in your cheek swab. And this is not a salvatory swab. This is actually a cheek swab. You're going to take these two little Q-tips. They do 2 for redundancy. And you vigorously swab the inside of your cheek. That collects the cells, puts it on the tip of this. You put it in the black envelope. You put it into the mailer. And it gets sent off to a HIPAA-compliant lab. This is really important. If you're familiar with HIPAA, HIPAA has to do with privacy. It makes it a felony offense to share or sell your information. You do sign a consent form. That consent form, I've read it. Only thing that you're consenting to is your DNA results. Many of you may be familiar with 23andMe or Ancestry DNA. 23andMe just sold off a bulk of their data to Pfizer. They didn't actually violate anything. They didn't do anything illegal. Inside the consent that they signed was the ability for them to share and to sell their data. That does not happen with Üforia. It cannot happen with Üforia, and that's a really important talking point. Additionally, in this box, it's now empty as your pre-trition. And the ingredients in this pre-trition, this is probiotics and prebiotics. It's a mild cleanse. It includes an enzyme complex that prepares your gut biome for your nutrition. We're all familiar with the adage, you are what you eat. That's over with. The new adage is you are what you absorb. Because everything you put in your mouth, you either assimilate into your body or you eliminate. And the reality is our food supply today is so stripped of nutrients. The soil is so depleted that many of us don't have the digestive enzymes due to antibiotics, and we're just not getting the nutrients out of our foods that we need. So this product and this pretrition is so important, because this pretrition becomes the basis for your nutrition. It becomes the base and the foundation of your nutrition. So you send off your swabs, you start to take your pretrition. Included in here is a 30-day supply. For $159, you get your swab kit, you get your pretrition, and you send it off to a CLIA certified and HIPAA compliant lab. For $99, they analyze your DNA, which, by the way, is a fraction of what anybody out there is offering right now. And we'll talk for a moment about what are some of the other genetic tests that are out there. And it yields this report, Wellness Action Plan. And that's really important, because I'm going to show you here these different SNPs, which is what we analyze. We're all familiar with what DNA looks like. A SNP is this bar across the middle. Half of it is your parents, half of it's your mom, half of it's your dad. Each bar is actually your mom and your dad. The bar in the middle is you. And half of it's made up from your mom, half of it's made up from your dad. A SNP is a genetic variant, SNP, or a single nucleotide polymorphism. You don't need to remember that. What you need to know is that it's a genetic variant. And what this company does that's truly amazing is red, yellow, green. I think we all know red, yellow, and green. We're familiar with stoplights, and that's exactly this report that they give you. They literally analyze 18 different SNPs. These 18 different SNPs are part of a longevity panel, and they look for things like healthy lipid support, mitochondrial function, healthy inflammatory response, healthy blood pressure, detoxification, weight management. These are kind of these overarching health and wellness concepts and ideas of how your body is functioning. This information is so important. A guy like me, I geek out on all 35 pages of this report. Now, we laminated it. Obviously, I show this around, constantly spilling stuff on it if you ask my wife, right? I see fingers pointing. I see what's going on. I geeked out on every page of this. And I got to tell you, it's written in layman's terms. And it's also got a little bit of science in it also. There's some of the stuff that I was like, what's that word? I got to look that up. Let me figure this out. But generally speaking, this report is fantastic. Now, here's the best part of this. You don't need to read this report. You don't need to understand this report. You can, but you don't need to. Because whether or not you read this report, the magic that happens at this company is the data that's in that report gets sent into a piece of software, which is 24 years in the making. 24 years. This data set, that is your DNA and your SNPs, are tied to peer-reviewed science. And the ingredients that are in here are over 100 peer-reviewed, and that's really important. We'll talk about it in a second. Wild-crafted, organic when it can be, non-genetically modified, allergen-friendly, so no wheat, no soy, no dairy ingredients. They do use some synthetics. However, most of that is because of potency or bioavailability, more absorbable into the body. The people that are making this are some of the smartest minds on the planet, and I've spoken to them, and they can literally tell you everything you need to know about genetics, epigenetics, and nutrigenomics. They are pushing forward these fields, and these are the fields that are really focused on longevity right now. There's one ingredient in particular that's in here called AC11. If you look up nothing in genetics, epigenetics, or nutrigenomics, look up AC11, cat's claw for any of the herbalists that are out there. It's treated with 11 different patents, and it's been scientifically proven to extend your telomeres, to stop the decrease, which happens over time, of your telomeres, which has been linked to aging. So it's the most unbelievable anti-aging element, and it's almost exclusively inside here. Our founders, Ron and Terry LaCour, flew out to New York. They own an 80% stake in that company that makes AC11 and owns the patents in AC11. You can find it in a couple other products, but it's in every single one of these. So anybody that's taking nutrition is taking AC11 every day, and it's part of that mitochondrial energy factor that we can find in each and every one of our cells. Really, really powerful. So whether you read this report or not, at your doorstep every month for $159, you get your nutrition. And you can get it in capsules like I did, or you can get it in powder. My first month I went on powder, my second month I went on capsules, and now I'm on my third month plus the pretrition. I'm at 120 days in. I prefer the powder. I mix it in a shaker bottle with a protein powder that I like and some reds that I like and a couple different powders that I use after the gym. And I've integrated it into what I'm already doing anyway. So this is something that is really, really powerful. I think it's important to note, this is not a complete everything. This is not your total solution. The science links it to your DNA. So what you're going to find in here is much of what you need every day. It's a big piece of the puzzle, but it is not to replace all of the supplements that you're taking, although it could. There is the chance for you to take additional supplementation, and that depends on your lifestyle choices and a bigger conversation about what else you're eating, what else you're consuming, or what else you're keeping in your environment. This is a big first step. And for many people, when they look at this report, it's a wake-up call. Because I can tell you, as you look into these different genes and you look into the different ingredients that these genes are attached to, there is a ton of wealth and knowledge. You could be taking a B vitamin that you're not absorbing. You could be taking folate and not absorbing it. You could be taking turmeric and other ingredients that you're not absorbing. Or you could actually have the FTO gene and have these two variants. By the way, I didn't mention this, but to go into the details about the red, yellow, and green. Green means you don't have that variant from either parent. Yellow means you got that variant from one parent. And red means you got that variant from both parents. So the way the formulation works is it touts the peer-reviewed science, which each one of these ingredients has at least 2 peer-reviewed studies, which is, by the way, the golden standard when it comes to science and research. That peer-reviewed science ties the intended impact to the gene expression. So basically what we're doing with Üforia is we are doing what we can from a nutritional standpoint to get a positive expression of that gene, either on or off. It's not good or bad if you've got red, greens, or yellows. It simply tells you what your hardware is. It simply tells you what your blueprint is. And this particular product is starting to make waves because it is the only product that goes from swab to product with high quality ingredients that shows up at your doorstep, whether you read the report or not. There are many genetics companies out there. It's been a fad over the last few years. These genetics companies over the last few years, what most of them do is swab the inside of your cheek and then they give you a report. Well, that's fantastic. You can do 23andMe, you can do Ancestry.com, you can get that raw data. All that's going to do is sequence your genome. It doesn't tie it to the science. You need to do that research on your own, or you need to partner with a company like Üforia, and you need to get your nutrition. Because in reading through this, you're going to learn what's in this, and you're going to learn how to make better lifestyle decisions as a result of that. So this is a product that I'm super excited about. That was about 15 minutes or so on the product, and that's basically the presentation. We can dive into it a little bit deeper because in 30 to 60 days, they're going to be coming out with a version here for practitioners and licensed healthcare, physicians, naturopaths, and functional medicine practitioners and chiropractors called Practrition. And Practrition is going to give these licensed practitioners even more insight into controlling and understanding what's in the nutrition of their patients. And think about it. To be a functional medicine practitioner, many of them are already doing genetics testing far more expensive. And then they're sitting down with their patients, talking to them about different lifestyle decisions and choices that they can be making to improve themselves. Well, we've got a tool that literally goes from start to finish called Nutrition, and it's going to be labeled and white labeled in their name. So as a doctor, I'm then going to be able to put my name. It'll say your Practrition provided by the doctor's name, the doctor's logo if they have one. And imagine the power and the strength for a doctor to have each one of their patients look at their name and look at their logo every morning and afternoon as they take their Practrition twice a day. It's a tremendous marketing opportunity and a tremendous turnkey product. Some of these doctors are already going to compounding pharmacies, but again, you need to know what to put in there and you need to know what science to tie to what condition. And Üforia does all of that for you. You don't even have to think about it. Pretty remarkable. Where do we go from here? Business. So obviously this is a pretty lucrative business opportunity. And there is obviously a comp plan here as well. How do you get started? You actually have a few different options of what you can do with the information that I just shared with you. You can do nothing at all. If you were invited as a guest to watch this presentation, somebody thought fondly enough of you that they wanted to share this information with you so that you at least know that a company like this exists, to know that a product like this exists, and to know that you can gain valuable insight into what's happening in your body and your hardware, and that is possible. Doesn't mean you need to act on it, and you're not going to get any hard close from us. It's simply, this is the information, and this is an amazing product, and you have access to it. You can do absolutely nothing with this particular product. The only thing I ask you to do is you thank the person that invited you here, because they cared enough to show you this information, and we sure appreciate you coming by. If you're interested in becoming a customer, again, get with that person that invited you here. They can show you the links and show you the place where you can go to sign up to become a customer for Üforia. I think one of the most powerful things that they offer is, as a customer, if you become a raving fan like so many people on this screen have of this particular product, all you have to do is introduce 4 people, refer 4 people to a customer site that they give you with your referral links on it, and your Üforia is free. $159 a month for your supplement, totally free by the company. And free is definitely not too expensive. Really powerful. If you're somebody like me and you got a little business acumen, you might look at this and go, well, wait a minute, I know a couple doctors that might be interested in this. And wait a minute, I know a couple people that might be able to tell a couple more people about this. Well, there's a very lucrative business opportunity here as well. In just a few minutes, I'm going to introduce Michael Zappia again, and he's going to actually go through that comp plan on this lovely whiteboard in a little bit greater detail. So if you're interested in being a customer and you don't want to learn any more, this is a good place to stop. If you do want to at least see a little bit about what this is all about, and you think you might be able to tell a couple people who might tell a couple people what this product's all about, I'm here to tell you that there is a very lucrative opportunity, and I'm pretty excited for Mike to tell us about it.
I am as well.
Michael Zappia. I want to introduce you because some people might know who you are, but other people might not. They might go, this is the guy who they asked me about you t-shirt at the very beginning of this. So let me tell you a little bit about Mr. Michael Zappia. First of all, he's a dear friend of mine, and we sure laugh and have a really good time in just about everything that we do. But I met Michael when I met this opportunity. Over the last 7 months, Michael and I have become dear friends and obviously business partners as well. Michael's been in the direct sales business for 17 years. 17 years. And I called it a profession because it is a profession. Far too often, this profession gets a bad name by people that don't treat it like a profession and don't treat it like a business. And this man does just that. He treats it like a profession. He has a system and a process and a knowledge base that allows him to share this as an opportunity and really share and lead people through that system and create unbelievable wealth. And this is a man who's done it before. He is a multiple 6-figure earner on a monthly basis and a multi-million-dollar earner in this business. So there's certainly a lot of knowledge and a lot of expertise in between his ears and as he shares. And I got to tell you, in addition to all of it, he's leading a team. This man does not stop. He has 2 cell phones that are binging and binging and binging all day long. And I've seen him give and give and give his time and his energy to help others as well. So I'm super excited for you guys to hear and listen to a dear friend of mine and somebody that I look up to and respect, a business partner, a mentor, a guide, and of course a friend, Mr. Michael Zappia.
Thank you, Mr. Goldberg. Thank you, brother. Hey, everybody. What's going on? Alexis, I see your little face there. We got 35 people on tonight. Exciting, guys. Very exciting. I can't wait till there's 3,500 people on. But I'm gonna share the other side of this. So Craig did an amazing job. Didn't he do a great job, everybody? I get a nod ahead. Is he not pretty darn good at what he does there? Incredible. He's great to learn from. Oh, we got Kelly here, and Stacy showed up. Jessica's here. Diane is here. We got some new people that came on the line. Cool. But Craig does a great job of illustrating the product and the science and the nutrition. And I couldn't think of anybody that wouldn't want this product. I've personally been on the product now for 7 months. In my 2nd month on the product, I've had an aching hip for about 5 years. And the pain was gone after about 2 months of being on pretrition and nutrition. And the pain is still gone. I'm not trying to tell everybody on the line here today that Üforia healed me. Here's what I will say. Your body is the miracle. And food is medicine. And what's in this product are some of the greatest ingredients from around the world. And if you put the right things in your body will respond positively. Conversely, if you put the stuff you shouldn't have in your body won't respond positively. And I think that's exactly what's happened. These ingredients are in my body now, and my body is the miracle, and your body will do amazing things when you feed it the right way. That's my quick testimonial. Before I do the comp plan, I'm going to introduce you to somebody, a group of somebodies here that have just joined our team in the past 7 days. I can't believe it's been only 7 days, Calvin. It feels like a month and a half right now with the number of phone calls I've been on in the past 7 days. But for 7 days now, we had some entrepreneurs, some professional networkers that have joined the team that have actually just taken this by storm. And they're breaking team records that we haven't experienced yet on this team. There's been some great success on this team, but this group has come into this team and they're really just taking things up a level. And I'm sure there's going to be another group that comes in and just keeps stepping it up a level. But I met Calvenn Starre. I met Christina Starre through a woman by the name of Lindsay Radzik. And Lindsay, if you are here right now, I didn't see Lindsay. Is she here on the screen? Can anybody see?
I'm here.
Hi, Lindsay. How are you? So let's introduce you guys. I want the whole team to meet you, and whoever's watching the Zoom, I want you to meet the people involved with Üforia, because Craig talked about the company and the product, and I'm going to show you the opportunity. But in my opinion, the best part about everything you're seeing tonight is the people, and you're going to meet some amazing people. So I met Lindsay through Mike Chavez. I don't know if Mike is here. I know he was sick earlier, and Craig told me he wouldn't be with us. But he's not sick?
No, he's not sick. He's showing off his ability to heal.
Oh, he's showing off his body's ability to heal. That's right. I'm sorry. Craig doesn't let me say that people get sick. It's just your way of showing off your body's health. Unbelievable. But Lindsay, where are you? I can't see your face. Where'd you go?
I'm driving.
Oh, okay. Well, Lindsay, I had a chance to meet you through Mike. It was probably about a week and a half or 2 weeks ago that we met for the first time. And you're an incredible home-based business entrepreneur. And I'd love for you to just share a little bit with us. And then I'd love for you to go right through the people involved here and introduce your team. And then we're going to end on Alexis. And I want to share an amazing story with you about Alexis. And then I want to share with you what Alexis has been able to do in 7 days. Take it away, Lindsay.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Well, yes, I was connected to you through Mike Chavez. Mike and I met a few years back in another opportunity, and Calvenn Starre has actually been a very influential leader and mentor to me throughout my experience in the industry. And, you know, he always taught me to maintain relationships. And just because you're not necessarily in an opportunity with somebody, you know, you always foster and maintain that relationship. And Mike and I always did that throughout the years. We always checked in on each other. And he actually, a few months back, had talked to me about Üforia. And I wasn't in a place where I was open into looking into something new, but he was persistent. And I'm really thankful he was, because it was all divine timing. He reached out, we reconnected, and you know, I'm just so incredibly excited to be able to join this team and just take this up to the next level. You know, Calvenn Starre, he's been a huge earner in the industry, top networker, worked with Tony Robbins, T. Harv Eker. He's just been monumental in my success in the industry as well. And he's heart-centered. And that's so important to me. When I work in a business and an opportunity, it's got to be about making a difference. It can't just be about making money. Money definitely is important. It makes the world go round, but making a difference is what really influences others. And that's where I really have my focus. If it's okay with you, I would love for Calvenn to kind of introduce as well. And then we can get down to Alexis. Is that okay with you?
That's perfect. That's what I was hoping you guys would do. Take it.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody. This is Calvenn, and this is my beautiful wife, Christina.
Hi.
And we're just so blessed. Thank you, Mike. And wow, we were really just kind of, it's amazing to watch Craig and just like, holy cow, like that's the most easiest presentation to watch ever. And, you know, we've been really blessed, but, you know, it's just one of those things where you get blessed by the people that you find in your lives and that you connect with. And we've been able to connect with people like Lindsay and Erin and Alexis. And, you know, it's just an honor to be able to find a home for them because, you know, I don't know if anybody else can relate to this, but sometimes you do things and you work really hard at things and it doesn't pay the bills. And, you know, but when you can find something that has a huge opportunity and it has a community and a family, like I've seen with Üforia in just the past 7 days, I feel like I know Michael because it seems like every day we're going back and forth and we're sharing this camaraderie and this relationship, and it's just it's kind of like dating, Michael. No offense, but it's like that, right? Give me a kiss, buddy. And it's literally that. I mean, you talk about like, and it's just because there's a commonality, and just acting from my heart is something that I'm becoming more and more aware of, and I see that with everybody that I've experienced with Üforia, Craig, you, Michael, Ron Williams, the owner, and just it's the most amazing thing because the work that I've done in my life, personal life, seems to be reflected in this company, and that's such a beautiful thing. We found Üforia because I was looking for something, because I used to own a network marketing company that I recently shut down, and it was because I was trying to find something for my wife Christina, because she'd been challenged with her health. And when we found this, I was just like, holy cow. I wanted it for my own company, but it wasn't available, obviously. And so we decided to say, you know what, let's put people in a place where they can be supported, they can have an opportunity, they can find a home, and kind of put ego aside and say, you know what, this is far better than anything I could have ever imagined in my life. And so I am so grateful to be able to work with people. I did a 3-way call with Alexis today, and I'm so impressed by her, because I've done 3-way calls with her about 3 years ago. And the transformation with her, like, oh my gosh, because she was calling myself and Christina, because Christina's been such a huge influence with Alexis. And she was calling us for a little bit of, encouragement and advice before the call. And that's what this is about. If you try and take any of this stuff on by yourself, you won't be successful. You have to rely on people. You have to allow other people to support you in the biggest way that they possibly can. And in that process, it allows people to give their gift, because without people asking for help, like Christina would have never been able to feel what she's felt in the last couple of days. If you want to share really quick about what she's felt about the impact that she's made on Alexis's life. So.
Yeah, well, I'll share real quick. I go through a lot of my day, and if there are any moms on the call here, you'll totally relate to this. But as a mom, it's a very thankless job. You don't really get to see the fruits of all of your efforts, year after year, and you pour in, and there's no paycheck that comes in your name. There's nothing in return right away. You get little gems every now and then. And so when Alexis shared what she shared last night, it really touched me. And, I got a little emotional, because I had no idea the impact that I had in her life when I was just showing up from my heart. And so it's really a beautiful thing to finally meet some heart-centered people that are just right up our alley. Like Üforia just feels like home. And the first call that we did with Ron, that first Zoom mic, was, I told Calvenn, I looked at him and I said, I don't know what direction we need to move in right now, but if we had to choose one right now, it would be in the direction of Üforia. I don't know what that looks like or what that means, but I felt a draw and a connection, and there's just a purity to it that I really love. There's so much heart, and I'm excited to really get to meet everybody and see how this is going to unfold even further into such an amazing thing.
Yeah, and that's kind of the path. I mean, you've coined it the best that I've ever heard. You're a path changer, Michael, and that's really what we all have an opportunity to be. And introducing Erin Giguere, she's an amazing leader, and she really has this ability to impact people in a very deep way. I've worked with her for 3 or 4 years now, and just watching her grow in her leadership and her transformation, it's exciting, because where we were before with the company, it wasn't a fit for her to be able to run like I can see that she can do here. And to me, that's huge. And I am so excited that she's a part of this and making this happen. And she's working with Alexis, because she's been someone that's really put a lot of energy and effort into supporting Alexis, because I think she's got at least 5 or 6 people doing 3-way calls for her, so it's kind of like this amazing ability to be able to manage that. So I'd love to introduce Erin and let everybody know that this amazing woman has such a great gift at leadership and training people, and just really, really getting in there and figuring out a way to make things happen. So Erin.
You make me sound like I'm a big deal.
You are a big deal.
I'm just happy to be here, because I've been, let's see, this is my 5th company now. I don't know. I've done a few. And the companies that I've been with were not as well put together as this company. One of the things that I just really, truly appreciate is how well the tools are, the resources, the app, like everything is so well put together. So it makes helping my team way easier because I can just send them something. I can send them somewhere. I can put them on a call. I can put them on a Zoom. I can put them, like, there's so much. And it's showing in what's happening with Alexis. She's a beast. I mean, she's grown. When we started with together, I mean, she'll talk about it. You know, she would do calls and she would, be so nervous and fumble over her words and be sweating and just the growth that she's shown in a couple years is she's brought it here and applied it to this company that's so well put together and just something that's so that everyone needs. It's just booming, and I'm more excited for her than anybody because she is a beautiful leader, and now she has a place where she can blossom even more. And so I'm excited for her. I'm excited we have a lot of other people that are coming in. I know Jackie's on this call right now. I don't know if Barb is. There's a ton of people that are coming in that are going to plug into this and just really just run like crazy because they have the basis to do so. So I'm excited for all of us. I'm excited for everybody that was here before us putting this all together because we're going to show you that it was worth all the blood, sweat, and tears because we're gonna milk this for all it's worth. So I guess I'll pass it over to Alexis. Am I bringing Alexis on? There she is.
Hey. Hey guys. So Erin was talking a little bit more about me personally, and it's all true. I was blessed enough to be introduced into this industry. The first conversation, probably even the third and fourth, I was like, "You're crazy. I'm not doing that. It's a scam." Like, it was just not for me. And somebody that really close to my family, she brought it up to me, and I finally was just like, okay, I got to figure out what I want to do. And I came in and I decided to go all in. And that's when I got introduced to Lindsay and Erin and Calvenn, and they have impacted my life. And when I first started, like, not even just doing this business, but just being out and talking to people, even people that I knew from a daily basis, like my parents, friends, anybody, I had a hard time feeling like an adult in the conversation because I was still in a mindset of a 16-year-old. I was still having a conversation where I didn't know how to work on my words, and I would stumble on them, and I would, really sweat. I would talk with my hands, which I still do. And I would just be, basically begging myself, like, you have to go. Like, you look like an idiot. Just get out of this room. And that's where I was at. And, it was like that consistently throughout the past couple of years. And then last year, literally something just broke through. This industry, the people that I was surrounded with completely changed my life. Of course, calls like this with Erin and Lindsay and Calvenn going beforehand, I was catching myself from crying. I'm like, no, I don't want to cry right now because it seems like y'all have seen me cry too many times already. But it's so true. It's so emotional because what this has been able to give me is what's been able to introduce to me. It's like it's brought a whole different person out of me. And, I see a whole difference in just who I am as a person, me as a mother, me as showing up and being a friend. I actually care. I'm actually there and presented. I actually show up and I just give it my all. And it's for anything and everything that I do. I actually care. And, something that really drives me, when I first started, like, what 18-year-old is going to be told, oh, well, this and this, they make $1 million, they make thousands and thousands. Like, yes, it's possible. And when you're told that at 18, you're like, oh, I'm going to shoot for $1 million in like 2 weeks. Like, that's my goal. And, it's a real thing. And so, of course, it wasn't possible, but that's where my mindset was. And now I look at, 24 years old, and it's not even a money thing for me anymore. It's getting these text messages and these phone calls saying, hey, you changed my life. Hey, you inspired me. Hey, you're one of my biggest mentors. And some of these people are older than my parents. And for me to touch somebody, bring a whole different perspective in their life and show them what, working on yourself is, finding yourself, loving yourself. Like, there's so many things that they take away from it just by communicating with me and me just being a friend and showing up. it's worth it. And that's my why, is that's just, I want to be able to be that person for anybody and everybody out there. And it's incredible. It can change your life. It's super easy. Literally, I have so many people work my business for me. All I do is get them on the phone and let them do the work. And that's all I have to do. I mean, anybody can do it. I have 2 kids. If you can't tell, I was getting up and down on this phone call because I'm mommy of the night. Like, my husband's out working right now. So I was like, how am I going to do this call right now? I have a 2-year-old eating an apple, and she's over there. I kind of put her up and hooked her up with some Frozen on her cell phone. And you can do this. You can be a young mom. I mean, I started at 18 years old with a 1-year-old. I was super young, and I'm not a college graduate. I'm not, between us, I'm not even a high school graduate. I got my GED. And for me to know that I have a future ahead of me, something that, you know, my parents were like so upset with me because I got my GED. They were upset that I just wanted to kind of throw in the towel. But now it's like conversations that we have, they're so much more adult. They see so much more potential into my life and what my kids are going to have in their future, because I'm going to cry just because of what it brings. And, you know, my mom, it's just amazing, like how my mom has conversations with me now. She sees that what I'm talking about, what's coming in my future, she believes in it. And it's just amazing. I think anybody can do this. You can be as whatever age you want to be to do this and be successful. It's going to change your life. So, you know, take the steps to do whatever you can, and just be okay with asking questions, reaching out, taking advantage of people that are willing to put 120% into you and match your whatever percentage you're wanting to fit this. And, you know, just be okay with the process. You know, it's a 3 to 5 year process, and I promise you it will change your life completely inside and out.
Incredible, Alexis. Alexis, how many phone calls did you make today?
32.
And how close are you to hitting influencer?
Like 2,700, I think.
And when are you going to reach that goal?
By Friday, for sure. I'm not going to, I mute myself. I'm not going to be the only one in my group stuck at the hotel.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you coming on. This worked out really, really well to meet all of you and how you came in. I wish Mike Chavez would have been here, but it's just incredible. You're an inspiration to a lot of people. This has been the best presentation I've been a part of so far. It's all about the story. Your story is incredible. And Calvenn, Christina, Erin, and Lindsay, you guys are amazing, and I can't wait for you to meet all of us here in Vegas with open arms. This is going to be incredible. But Alexis, I'm going to do this for you the way I did it on the phone earlier with a couple of your friends, with Brittany and with Shelby, who I think I saw Shelby on here. Shelby just jumped on, and there's Shelby. And that means Chance is watching as well, married couple, 24 and 27 years old. But I'm going to draw out something. I normally don't do this, but I'm going to do it for all of you tonight, because many of you have never really seen the comp plan. I mean, seen the comp plan. You watch Ron's 1, 2, 3, 4 videos, but I want to draw it out for you. And I'm going to be doing this in a recording studio, better than the one that's on Team U. Within the next 48 hours, I'm hoping to get over to the green screen and do all this for you on a white screen. So I want to show you what's in stake for the new person like Alexis and Lindsay and Calvenn and Christina and Erin. When you just get started, I want to show you what's exciting about this comp plan. I'm going to start out with the most exciting part of the plan for all the new people that come in. So here's the whiteboard here. Hope you guys can see it okay. But when you first get started and you sign up, you have a 14-day ticker that is in your back office. And it's 14 days, and it's a countdown timer, and it starts counting down. And this is the gamification part of Euforia's compensation plan. We pay you 7 different ways. I'm going to break down all 7 for you tonight. This might take me the full rest of the hour, but I want you guys to see this. We normally don't focus on this, but I want to, because I want you to learn it. The 14-day counter starts the moment you join. And the way you get it, you have a 14-day grace period to start your first 14-day counter. So this is going to stop soon, and here's how it stops. Number 1, it stops when you push the button. So write this down in your notes. Do not push the button. Don't start it by pushing the button. Let it happen naturally. The second way this 14-day expiration starts your new 14-day is when you sign up a customer. So if you sign somebody up, that new 14-day counter is going to start. And the third way is if it expires. Let's say Alexis joined 7 days ago and she didn't start, she didn't enroll anybody, she did not push the button, then that ticker will eventually expire 14 days later. And when one of those 3 things happen, look out, let the games begin. So here's how it works. Alexis, since you're 7 days in the program, you have 14 days to bring in 900 points in volume. A point is not $1, it's less than $1. But Alexis already did that. What's cool about her doing that in her first few days is that she got free product. She got her first order of nutrition for free. So normally when someone joins, it's $159 for a kit, $99 for the lab fee, and then 2 to 3 weeks later, the company will ship this to you, and it'll cost you an additional $159. Well, Alexis, because she jumped all over this business, eliminated the cost of her first month's supply of nutrition. Only thing she will pay, to be accurate with all of you, is shipping and handling. Just so you know, Alexis, it's still going to cost you about $18 or something, but your first month you will not pay for. In her first 14 days, she checked that off the list. She reached her goal of 900 points in volume. Now, what happens there is it'll automatically roll into a 30-day game. And now, Alexis, you have the first 30 days, including the first 7 you've done this. You got a total of your first month to bring in $2,500 in points, 2,500 points, and you just about did that, or you did that right now. You're about to get a $500 bonus from Üforia, and guess what else you get? You get 1 free ticket to the Üforia Rumble in Las Vegas, Nevada. So think about this. She didn't have to pay for her ticket now. She got a free ticket to the Rumble in Vegas. That's a $250 value. Wipe that out, Alexis. And now we're going to take her to the next part of the game because the game's not over. Alexis now has 60 days. She started 7 days ago. She has 60 days to turn her points to 5,000 points. And when she does this, the company is going to give her an additional $1,500 bonus. And they're going to give her 2 tickets to the next Üforia event. And Alexis, you can use that for the one next year here in Vegas when we officially launch this company in around January, February next year. You already have 2 tickets paid for once you hit that power bonus goal. This is called the power bonus part of the compensation plan. If you go to euphoriascience.com/resources, you will see 4 beautiful videos by Ron Williams. He explains this, I think, beautifully, but sometimes people like seeing it on the whiteboard. As I explain this on the whiteboard, do me a favor if you all could. Nod your head and let me know. And I didn't do that on the big screen, my fault. Nod your head if you guys would be so kind. Did you understand what I said there about the power bonus? Is everyone pretty crystal clear as to how this works now? Excellent. That's the power bonus part of the compensation plan. It's like a game. It's like a game show. So get used to teaching it to people. It makes it fun. When you share the plan with people, you get people excited. So Alexis, when she does complete that 60-day goal, which I know she will in less than 2 weeks, she is going to earn a total of $2,900+ just in bonuses. So guys, who would like to start and be able to make $3,000 in bonuses, just extra bonuses in your first 60 days? It is our job when new people join to make sure that they see this. So I promise all of you on teamu.biz, I will do a separate video just for this part of the comp plan. And I think it would behoove you to introduce everyone to that video when they join so that they're not left saying, how come no one told me about that power bonus? We're going to make sure we communicate it beautifully on teamu.biz. So that's the first way you get paid. The second way you get paid in our compensation plan is what we call our first start commissions. First start. So when you first start in your first month, when you enroll somebody as a customer or a nutritionist, whatever package they purchase, that initial package or their first 30 days of initial packages, you're going to make 30% commission on their initial order. That's the first start. You're getting a first start commission of 30%. When those people share it with the people they know, that's called your second level. First level are the people you invite to Üforia. Second level are the people they invite to Üforia. You make a 10% commission on your second level. And the company will take you down to your third level, and they'll pay you an additional 10%. So I enroll Rockin' Dave. Rockin' Dave is my first level. If Dave buys a 10-pack in his first month, I'll make a 30% commission from Dave's first getting into the business. Dave enrolls Esther into the business. Esther comes in and buys her 1-pack, 3-pack, 5-pack, or 10-pack. I make a 10% commission. And Esther brings in Colette, and I would make another 10%, 30, 10, and 10. Now, you can make 40% commission in your first 3 levels. I'm not going to go into it in great detail, but basically, if you purchase a 10-pack, you automatically start out at 40% first start. If you purchase any of the smaller packs, you will make 40% on people that come in on that equal pack or lower, if that makes sense. There's also a way to earn your way into the 40% in your first 30 days. If you bring in more than 5 or more than 6 customers with you, that would qualify you for enough volume to get the 40% first start commission. That's confusing, guys. You're going to see this again. Let's just move on to the next way you get paid. The next way you get paid is what we call residual income. And quite frankly, that's why we're all here. We're all here for residual income. That's getting paid whether you work or don't work. That's getting paid over and over and over on the efforts from yesterday, from last month, from last year. Residual income. This is why I got into network marketing, because of the word freedom. I wanted to build a business really big, really fast, in a year to 2 years, and be able to sit back on the beach for a month straight if I wanted to, while the money keeps coming in whether I work or don't work. Anybody else like that? Anybody else like to work hard now and get paid forever? Residual income. Let's take a look at this way to get paid. This is simple. As you start to build an organization of people, you bring in people who bring in people who bring in people who bring in people, customers. You just signed up a doctor. He brings in 100 customers, and this keeps going and going and going. You're going to get paid down 7 levels. You're going to get paid 8% on the first level, 8% on the second level on all those people, 7% on the third level, 6% on the fourth level, 4% on the fifth level, 4% on the sixth level, and 2% on the seventh level. Anywhere from 8% down to 2% within 7 levels is what you're going to earn inside of that 7-level, what we call unilevel compensation plan. Eventually, you get paid below your 7th level, level 8, level 9, level 10, when you hit certain ranks in the company. When you hit the first earned position, leadership position in the company called influencer, which we talked about, $5,000 or 5,000 points in what we call 3-level volume. When you hit influencer, you now get paid a minimum of 3 extra levels before your 7th level down to 10, but it's actually not levels, it's generations, which I'm not going to go heavily into. It just means you're going to get paid more than 3 levels because you're going to get paid down 3 generations of influencers, which could be another 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 levels if you understand the difference between a level and a generation of an influencer. I won't get into that. You don't need to know that now. I just want to give you a briefing here. So as you move from influencer to innovator, you get paid more percentages deeper down below the 7th level, and you get paid deeper. So a higher percentage and deeper. And as you hit generator, creator, and rainmaker, the higher ranks in the company, that'll keep getting bigger percentages and deeper generational pay. So there is a ranking system in the company that I just went through. You start off as a beginner, then a builder, then a producer, then a mover, then a shaker, then an influencer, then an innovator, a generator, a creator, and a rainmaker. 10 positions in the company for the time being. There will be an additional position later on. The 4th way you get paid is with what we call the nutrition pool. The company will take 10% of every dollar that comes in the front door, and it's going to pay it out to those people who earn shares in this bonus pool. How do you earn a share? Every time you get somebody that you personally introduce to Üforia to swab their cheeks, register their kit, and put that envelope in the mail, every time you do that, if you do it twice with 2 people you enroll, you earn 1 share in this 10% bonus pool. Last month, it went for close to $100 per share. I can't guarantee you what that number is going to be month to month, but as the company grows in volume, it'll probably fluctuate, and it'll probably hover between $100 and $200 per share per month. Now, if you're like Alexis, she's enrolled 12 people this month so far in 7 days. 12 would be 6 shares, so 6 times 100. She's going to make another $600. I hope you guys are keeping total here. She's going to make another $600 in the compensation plan, taking her up to $3,600 in commissions, plus the residual, plus the first start commissions and everything else. I can't keep a running total on how much this 24-year-old has made. I just can't wait to see the smile on her face when she gets paid. So that is the nutrition pool. The next way you get paid is what we call our rainmaker pool. And our Rainmaker pool works like this. The company will take 1% of every dollar that comes in the front door, and every quarter, they're going to take that 1% pool and divvy it up between all the Rainmakers in the company. Folks, we don't have any Rainmakers in the company. The company just started 172 days ago. We are probably 2 or 3 months away, or maybe at the time of this event, maybe someone will shock us. But we are very close to having someone hit Rainmaker in this company, and it'll happen within the next 90 days. And when it happens, that person will have a global piece of Üforia. That means not only is that person getting paid on their own efforts in their own business, that leader will get paid on the efforts of the whole kit and caboodle of everybody in Üforia. That's why it's always great to work with everyone at all times, because when you help other people get what they want, you don't have to worry about what you want. But we've got such an abundance mentality here with Üforia that we open our doors in our meeting rooms to everyone in the entire company. Why? Because when the tide rises, all the ships will rise. One of my favorite expressions. When the tide rises, when a company builds, all the ships inside that company rise together, and you can earn a piece of that if you hit the rank of Rainmaker. The next way you get paid, number 6, is called the D&D part of the compensation plan. The D&D stands for discounts and dividends. Whew. Let me take a breath. This one's tough to understand. I hope I do it as well as I did earlier for Brittany and Alexis and Shelby and Chance, who are watching right now. I did it over the phone. I nailed it earlier. I don't know if I'm going to nail it right now, but I'm going to try. Ooh, I hate that word try. I'm going to do it. Here we go. So when you think about discounts and dividends, there's a grade associated with your discounts and dividends. And I'm going to teach you the grades first. And I really want to slow this down because I want you to understand this. Because if you understand this, you might lose sleep, and I want you losing sleep. I want you thinking about this company and this comp plan, because I haven't slept in 7 months, and I only think it's fair that you learn what I learned so you lose some sleep. I think that's fair, right, Colette? Should everybody lose some sleep? Here we go. You have a D&D, what we call 5, a D&D 10, a D&D 15, and a D&D 20. That basically means $5, $10, $15, $20. And these grades are achieved when you hit a certain point amount based on your personal production. So let me define a term in our glossary that you deserve to know. It's called PQV. And that stands for personal qualified volume. How is your personal qualified volume tallied? I'm going to tell you. Here's you and all of your personal customers and nutritionists. Whatever you're spending on Üforia every single month, including the kits you purchase, and whatever all of your personal customers and nutritionists are spending on a monthly basis is what's going to determine your personal qualified volume. Let me give you an example. Esther signs up and she has a 1-pack and she pays $159 a month, which is 100 points. Every pack or every nutrition is 100 points. And then Esther has 6 friends who are spending the $159 a month as well. It would be her 100 plus 6 of her friends times 100 would be 700. That's what will determine your personal qualified volume. So let's take a look at how this is graded with Üforia and how the D&D works. If you have more than $201, which means you and a customer and one other person that you've personally introduced to it, so 3 people, when you have more than $201 in volume, you are the grade of D&D 5. If Colette comes into the business and she has 3 customers with her, that's $301 or more in volume. That would make Colette D&D 10. She would be at the $10 earning range if you're following me. And let's say Calvenn comes in and he brings in 4 customers with him. That would be $401 or more. He's got 4 customers and him would be $500. That breaks the 401. He'd be D&D 15, grade of 15. And let's say Alexis, who has brought in already 12 customers and nutritionists combined, she has way more than what she needs, which is $501 in personal qualified volume. That would make her a D&D 20. So I hope you understand how you get your grade. Your grade is based on your personal production. Your product, your kits, plus your customers' products and kits are going to determine your PQV. So now that you understand what the D&D grade actually means, now I can show you the money of how it works in the D&D part of the plan. And this is maybe the most exciting part of the compensation plan. So I saved almost the best for last. We've got one more piece that's pretty good too. So here's how it works. Let's say Craig Goldberg comes in, and Craig just becomes a customer, and he signs up. He becomes a nutritionist. He signs up his wife as a customer. Craig spends $100 a month. His wife spends $100 a month. They have a total of $200 a month if you're following me in PQV. And Craig would technically still be a D&D 0. Why? Because the 200 wasn't 201 or more. So Craig is still a D&D 0. Now, Craig comes into the business, and Craig signs up me. And I come into the business, and I actually purchase I just become a customer. So I'm just a customer. The system with Üforia, the company wants to pay out $20. That's the D&D 20 you saw. It wants to pay out $20 on every one of these. Every one. And every one of these. It's going to pay $20 on every one of these and every one of these. But the system wants to know who it's going to pay the $20 to. So watch this. I'm just a customer. I'm D&D 0. Craig is just a customer. He's D&D 0. But Travis is the one who signed up Craig, and Travis is D&D 20. So here's Travis. He's D&D 20. Travis has 52 personal customers and nutritionists. The system, let's talk about my pack. I purchased this kit. Ready? I purchased this kit. The company wants to pay $20 to somebody. Watch how it works. I purchased the kit. The system looks up to Craig and says, do we pay Craig any piece of that D&D? No, because Craig's D&D 0. Craig gets 0. The company will look up to Travis and say, what D&D grade is the next person above Craig? And it's Travis, and he's D&D 20. So it's going to pay $20 to Travis. Now, if I go out there and I introduce the product to people, and these people get involved, depending on what all these people's grades are going to determine where that money is paid. Let's say this person is Colette, and Colette comes in, and Colette actually buys a 10-pack. I brought in Colette. I upgraded to a nutritionist. She's the first person I brought in. She buys a 10-pack. The company wants to pay $20 times 10 on these kits. It looks up to me and sees that I'm D&D 0. Craig is D&D 0. And it looks all the way up to Travis, and it says, oh, Travis is D&D 20. Travis is going to make $200 on the 10-pack that Colette just purchased. Does that make sense? So what happens is, let's say Travis wasn't a D&D 20. Let's say Travis was a D&D 10, and Travis brought in someone, and this person buys a 10-pack. I want to just show you the flow. This 10-pack, the company wants to pay $200 to somebody. It's going to look up to this person. They're a 0. It's going to look up to Colette, and it's going to show Colette as a D&D 10. So it's going to pay $10 times 10 packs. It's going to pay Colette $100. But remember, the company still wants to pay out $20 on every pack, so there's $10 remaining. It's going to look up the tree until it goes to the next person with the higher D&D rank, and it's going to pay the $100 to Travis. So I hope that makes sense to you. What you need to know is every single customer, every nutritionist, every kit, every nutrition that goes out the door, the company wants to pay $20 to somebody, or part of that $20 to somebody. It's going to be either 5, 10, 15, or 20. So could you imagine having 1,000 customers in your organization, or 1,000 combinations of customers and nutritionists, and all those people sharing it with people, sharing it with people, sharing it with people? I think what's going to happen with Üforia, we're the lucky ones because we're in the beginning. I think once the news gets out that there's really a legitimate DNA nutrition company out there, I think the customer base in Üforia is going to blow through the roof. I think everyone you know is going to want to know about how they can get their own DNA nutrition. I actually think the number of nutritionists to customers is going to be so lopsided that there will be 10 or 20 times as many customers as there are people doing this as a business. And can you imagine having an organization with 10 or 20 times as many customers as you have nutritionists, and you getting any piece of $5, $10, $15, and $20 on every single one of those people that join the business? Now, the last way you get paid, and this was long-winded, but I wanted to nail this for you guys tonight. I also want to get it on video for anyone that wants to watch it, because I never want to do this again if I don't have to. Maybe a couple more times if I have to on camera. But I just want you to get a full glimpse of the comp plan tonight, because this is what excited me. When I got into network marketing, I'll never forget my first meeting. I was 18 years old. I went to a beautiful garage meeting in Buffalo, New York, and this man had this big, beautiful garage. You could eat off the floor, and he drew out the compensation plan. And when I saw the numbers, that's when my mind was blown. The product was cool. It was great. I believed in it. But, oh, my God, you can make money like this? This is amazing. So here's the last way you get paid in Üforia. And this is what can take some of you on the screen or all of you on the screen from doing what you're doing right now to a full-time income. You know, it might take you 3 months, 6 months, 12 months to get to a full-time income. Some of you, maybe 18 or 24 months working it part-time. But if you knew that you could make $5,000 to $10,000 a month residual income part-time over the next year to 2 years and have so much fun meeting so many amazing people along the way and find your purpose by helping other people, how many of you would love to be a part of something like that? Not everyone's going to be an Alexis Burgher, I'll tell you that much. Not everyone is going to do what she does. But anybody can do what she's doing. And therein lies the truth. Is she a rock star? Yeah. Did we highlight her and her whole team tonight? Absolutely. Is it exciting to watch new people join this team that are blowing away the dinosaurs like me that have been a part of it for the long 7 months we've been together? Absolutely. But who'd like to make $5,000 to $10,000 a month residual income and part-time over the next 12 to 24 months? If you want to make more than that, great. But let's keep the number low right now. I'm not telling you to shoot low. I just want to keep it at a level that may be reasonable for some of you if you're reasonable people. I'll challenge you not to be reasonable, but if you have to be for now, let me show you some reasonable stuff here. When you hit the rank of innovator, generator, creator, and rainmaker, the company just added on May 1st another bonus pool that got me really excited. And once I heard about this, I was really all in. I was all in before, but when I'm saying all in, I was totally all in. Holy cow, I can see it, the writing on the wall here. When you hit innovator, you get 1 share in what we call leadership bonus pool. When you hit generator, you get 2 shares in the leadership bonus pool. When you hit creator, you get 3 shares in the leadership bonus pool. Every single month, mind you. And when you hit rainmaker, you get 4 shares in the leadership bonus pool. Last month, those shares went for $1,200 to $1,300 per share. Let's just call it $1,000 to $1,300 per share at this stage in the game. But keep in mind, what happens if there's 10 times or 20 times as many customers as there are nutritionists? That number is going to go up because there's going to be more people, less people in that pool, because there'll be more customers than nutritionists, which is our goal, to get customers. How about making an extra $1,300 a month by being an innovator? I believe I'm going to help Alexis with the help of Calvenn, Erin, and Lindsay, and Christina. I believe we're going to help that young lady within the next 30 to 60 days become an innovator. And that's going to pay her an additional $1,300 potentially every single month. That's most people's rent payment or mortgage payment. Hit a rank and have your rent or your mortgage covered. I'm in for that. And then when she hits the rank of generator, she'll get 2 shares. How about an extra $2,600 a month? And then creator, how about $3,900 a month? And then rainmaker, how about roughly $5,000 a month just in leadership bonus pool money? Sometimes you got to see it to believe it. You guys just saw it. That's our compensation plan. That's the longest presentation we've ever done to date. But you know what's funny? Every time we do a presentation, we don't give you everything.
No, yeah.
And tonight, I wanted to make sure I gave you everything.
We did.
You don't have to understand everything I said right there. It will be in video format right after this video is posted, after this presentation. We will make sure teamu.biz has a whiteboard presentation on it as soon as humanly possible. And guys, that's the whole compensation plan. There's nothing more, nothing less to this plan than what you saw right there. So how many people learned something tonight by me doing that compensation plan for all of you? Excellent. Excellent. So we'll take it to questions and answers. If anybody has any questions, comp plan, product, a question for Calvenn or Alexis or anyone who's still on the screen. I guarantee Alexis took off because she's on another call, so you won't be able to catch her right now. But if anybody's got questions, guys, take it over. I'm sweating from that comp plan, by the way. It's 7. It is? Well, turn the AC on. Anybody have any questions? No?
Did great. Awesome job.
Did it make more sense today, Tim, than ever before?
More and more sense every day, buddy.
Good.
Very cool. Yeah.
You did as good as earlier.
I wanted to say thank you.
What's that?
My battery's about ready to die. I wanted to say thank you.
You got it, brother. Thank you. I can't wait to see you, Tim.
I'll be there tomorrow, baby.
Beautiful. The family's coming together.
So
Family reunion. Cool. Calvin, you were awesome earlier. Christina, you were amazing. Alexis, so proud of you. Thank you for being the pace setter on this team. You're pushing
Appreciate
even
that.
someone like me. I was
The
pushing.
internet's
hard.
bad.
Go ahead. What's that?
The internet here is bad. It's well,
And I can't hear what he's saying.
it staggers. But thank you, Michael, and thank you, Craig. That was a wonderful presentation.
It's the best we can do, guys. That's all we have. Do the best you can do when you show this. I guarantee the first 50 times I did this, it was nowhere near where it is today. The more you do it, the better you get. Just do it. Nike. Ready, number 2?
I am ready, and I will see you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow. Guys, if nobody has any more questions, have a great night. Still invite some people. We've got time. Talk to you all soon.
Bye-bye.
Oh, hey, are you doing the Path Changers call tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Look for a gentleman named Paul Tennis. I was talking to him right before the meeting tonight. He's got a great story.
You got it. We'll look out for him, always.
I'll be on the plane.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Callie, did you learn something new tonight? Okay, good. I can't hear you, but I heard you say always, definitely. I can read lips pretty good. I can't hear you, but you get the mouth's moving, though. I don't know why we can't hear you. Now you're making fun of me. I got it. Cool. Diane Phillips, great job. I heard we're going to be talking to some amazing people today, yeah?
Wow. Oh my gosh. I am so excited.
Yeah.
It blew me away that he signed up. It just totally knocked me over.
Awesome.
I can't wait to make a formal introduction with his permission. I am like, what? Yeah.
He might be flying under the radar because I know he's a major player. So whatever he needs to do, give him space. Yep.
Yep. I mean, what great timing. Actually, I gave him the Vegas information, so who knows? He might sneak up and tap you on the shoulder.
I hope so. Good.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Congratulations.
And then Jonathan Yaya, he's supposed to be swabbing tomorrow. He and his wife are swabbing tomorrow. So you might end up getting a Dr. Sabi story tomorrow, too, on top of it.
Love it. Sounds good.